Hello and welcome to Kim Explains on this day, 22nd July 2022, on how Raila is publicly, indirectly admitting the fact that he is losing yet again for the fifth time in this presidential context. If you look at the happenings and how Raila Odinga is behaving in the recent past, you would actually and obviously, without doubt, tell that Raila Odinga has finally agreed and admitted to the fact that he is losing and that he is losing to the main opponent, William Samoei Ruto. And why I say that is because Raila is using the same language that he has been using previously before losing. If you look at the composition and how the IEBC is operating, nobody has a problem with that. None of the four candidates in the presidential context has a problem with the way IEBC is operating its operations, how it is coordinating its operations, but Raila Odinga has a problem. One thing Raila wants and one thing Raila is complaining through the government is that there are plans to rig him out of this race, and this in favor of William Ruto. And the question is, the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga is the current de facto deputy president, if not a co-president. He is actually more of a co-president to Uhuru Kenyatta since 2017 than he is a de facto deputy president. There is nothing to discuss about this. Raila is obviously in Deputy President William Ruto's position that he was elected in. And the question is, we all have seen, even those who don't understand politics and those who understand politics, have seen that William Ruto has not been in the government. Yes, he was elected. Yes, he has the mandate to serve the people, but no. In action, the deputy president is a lone man and Raila Odinga is sitting on his position. And if you look at the relationship between the president and Raila Odinga, you could actually tell that the brotherhood that was there between President Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto has now shifted from the two to now Uhuru and Raila Odinga. So if there is anybody who is more connected to this government, is none other than Raila Odinga. From all the ministries, the Ministry of ICT, the Ministry of Interior and National Government Coordination, almost all ministries, the cabinet secretaries are favoring Raila Odinga. So if there is anybody to complain about this election, it is not Raila Odinga. Maybe William Ruto, Wajakoya or Mwaure can say something, but not Raila Odinga. Now, to say that IEBC is not well composed and that there are some people inside the IEBC that are planning to rig the election in favor of William Ruto, when William Ruto is not in the government, when you have the greatest say in that government, means a lot to Kenyans. And it means that you have some intelligence that your opponent is slightly above you, and above you such that you cannot recover by the time you come to the election. Because if you can recover, then I don't find any reason to come and complain to Kenyans. So this is a red flag for Raila Odinga to say that William Ruto has the majority and William Ruto is winning this election, and the sad reality that I, Raila Odinga, is losing for the fifth time. The second red flag is the fact that Raila Odinga seems to have lost a lot of his numbers. Yesterday, Infotrack released a poll for the Coast region. And that poll revealed that Raila Odinga, at no region, he has passed the limit of 70%, where we can say that the cost is solidly behind Raila Odinga. This is the opposite of what happened in 2017, 2013, 2007 and backwards. All along the coast has been solid for Raila Odinga. But when a poll shows that Raila Odinga is achieving at most 60% and sometimes below 40%, that's something to worry Raila Odinga and the Azimio Brigade. Those are numbers being lost, and those numbers are being lost to the main opponent, William Ruto, who is now seemingly taking over the regions of Raila Odinga. Number two, we have the Western region. Western region has always been solid for Raila Odinga. We cannot dispute that. But now that Raila Odinga lost the big fish from Western, the kingmakers and the kingmen, the kingpins of the Western region, then it is causing a panic in Raila's camp, but they cannot show you directly. Raila is trying his best to show that he's not in panic and that nothing has changed after Wetangula and Mudavadi shifted from him to Kenya Kwanza, which is now for the opposition. I tell you, even if Western gives Ruto 30%, it's already a bigger harm to Raila Odinga that he may not recover with the other regions that he is being sold against William Ruto. The only place that Raila Odinga is being told that he has numbers, that he has a plus, is Mount Kenya. And in which Mount Kenya, ask most of the people. Ask those polls, ask your conscience, and ask your knowledge in politics. Most governors in Mount Kenya, if not all, will come from Kenya Kwanza, and specifically from UDA. Most members of parliament will come from UDA. Most senators will come from UDA. And above all, most MCAs will come from UDA. Raila knows this, the whole of Azimio knows this, and Jubilee knows that UDA is not an easy man to fight in 2022 in Mount Kenya. Now that all those positions, most of them are coming to UDA, telling Raila that he can get 30% of the votes in Mount Kenya is a big lie. And the best Raila can get is about 25% if he does his best. About 25% in the whole of Mount Kenya. Because if you look at all the leaders that are behind him, most of them are not going for elective positions. Ask President Uhuru Kenyatta, he is retiring. He is of no help to Raila Odinga when it comes to mobilizing the votes. Because if Uhuru Kenyatta was running for any position, then those who could be voting for him could vote for Raila Odinga. But for now, he's out and he's the only soldier in Mount Kenya for Raila. The other person is obviously Sabina Chege. Sabina Chege could do a lot of benefit to Raila Odinga if he could maintain that he was vying for the Murang'a gubernatorial position. However, after looking at the ground and listening in, they lied to Raila Odinga that Sabina Chege could not run and concentrate and focus on garnering support for Raila nationally. And the question is, Sabina was not a national figure. Sabina has no national influence. She cannot influence Mount Kenya, the whole of it. In fact, in Murang'a, if she was to go for any position, she could be beaten in the morning. And that's why, after listening to the ground, and the ground told him that this is ground for William Ruto, she opted to move out and pretend to be going for the deputy president's position and put aside the fight for governorship. So in Murang'a and generally in Mount Kenya, Raila has nothing to get. Martha Karua herself was a mistake to get into Raila's hand. She cannot mobilize the country, and not only the country, even Kirinyaga, where she comes from. She has competition from Waiguru, and she has competition from Wangui Gireshi. Without saying much, Martha Karua added maybe at most 2% of Raila's votes that he will get. So Mount Kenya is solid, and it's solid for not Raila Odinga, but for William Ruto. This is fact, and something that Raila Odinga is live of, and he knows that this is the condition on the ground. And looking at numbers on those regions, Mount Kenya, Mombasa, Western, and now the other regions that Raila Odinga has been supported by some people, a lot has changed. If you go to Northeastern, is it Northeastern? Yeah. He has lost a lot of following because he lacks the politicians that could mobilize votes for him. He cannot get it because William Ruto already has the big fish or the big politicians from that region. So I fail to understand how and which numbers Raila Odinga is being told that he will win. Yet he himself and his chairman, President Uhuru Kenyatta, knows very well that the ground is solid and it is against Raila Odinga's presidency. I don't know what your opinion on this is. I don't know how you feel about this. I would like to hear, especially from those who support Raila Odinga. Why are you saying that Raila Odinga will win this election? Is it that you have computed the votes prediction and you have seen that this and this region adding up, Raila Odinga can get votes? Or are you just saying that because Raila Odinga is being supported by the current president, who is retiring on August 9, the same day Raila Odinga or William Ruto will be sworn in? What is the statistics? What is the fact? And what is the formula you're using to say that Raila Odinga will win this election? Because if you look at all these issues, I see no chances for Raila Odinga winning this election. And the person who will win this election by votes, whether it is the system or whether the transmission of votes will be corrupted to rigging, I see a very difficult time for Raila Odinga, and I see a very simple passing for William Ruto. I would like to hear your opinion. Tell us in the comment section who you are supporting and why you think that person will win the election. Myself, you can see my label. I am one solid vote for Wajakoya, and so I have no reason to give Wajakoya or Raila Odinga or Mwaure a first priority or propaganda of how he is going to win, when I know obviously that William Ruto is taking this at an early time.